All right, our Plat 3 friend went from being the worst Plat 3 to being the worst Diamond 1. Love to see it. Um, I watched through this replay once already, and it's great to see that you actually took my advice and what I was telling you. You can tell there's a lot less shots that you kind of just throw yourself at, and so there's now a lot more positions and opportunities that present themselves, and a lot less big problem areas. So now we can actually talk about more specific um, positioning and deciding when to commit. I feel like that is, now that you're not just flinging yourself seemingly randomly at the play, you're sitting and now it's time to get to that next level of thinking with going for the ball or not. Um, so we have our little start here. Still not the biggest fan of your kickoffs, but that's fine. I'm not crazed about that touch there. Like, this is just a little rough. I mean, you should go for it here. Come on. You should go for it here. But we need to try to get up on the ball higher. You can jump sooner, when you decide, hey, I'm going to go for it. Like, jump a little sooner, make sure you're getting the height on it that you need. And then I'm not too certain why you go for this here. You're a little awkward. Should probably get back underneath net a little bit. You know that you have your teammate back there. So, let him handle that. I'd also like to see you go for, I mean, the ball's clear here, but I would still be staying on this ball because this guy flies in here and keeps the play going, and you kind of want to, shut down the offensive play instead of allowing him. He could have touched it there and put it back mid for his teammate, but they double committed and messed up. So, that's fortunate. But I like the idea of the little hit off the wall. Um, Nothing crazy, right? They double on you. It's fine, right? You're just setting up behind your teammate. Good, right? Now this, I don't like this. You go for it here. You should go for this. Your teammates are letting you have it, but we have if you saw how he took off, he's doing this right to left motion, and then he hit it, and he's falling like on the backboard here. Um, and the ball is coming straight towards us here. So since he's not behind the ball and he's not putting any threat the other opponents back here, there's no need to really take to like rush with this at all. You can do a light touch into something else, or if you really want to, you could try to like rocket it behind this guy and like try to get something off the sidewall here, or maybe look to like soft touch it and put it out for your teammate who is waiting for the ball. But this kind of just jump up here, you jump up way too soon, right? You kind of, I can feel the panic in you here. You aim too far left and then you jump up, right? And you just are dying to hit this ball. You don't be dying to hit the ball. There's no threat, right? Um, and then because of that, because we kind of just limply hit it, now they're both look at them. They're both sitting up here. He gets a free touch, both full boost, and they get to set up this great play now. All because you kind of rushed the defense. Love that touch there. Very good. Got the boost. He kind of flubs this. You were, getting the option coverage. That's fine. Good job. Yeah, I'm not. Oof. So when we go for this here, right? Um, there's a few different options, and I've seen that you go for side boost every single time, and that actually, I think later in the game, actually kind of messes with you. Um, you can get the little pennies right here that are around the center of the field here just to get a little bit of boost, and you can actually go up with this play and attack it. Since your teammate is coming in and your opponent's closer, I wouldn't necessarily go with that. I'd maybe kind of like circle around here and just grab some pennies. But since the play is now going on this side of the field, we do not want to go on this side of the field because that takes us completely out of the play, right? Let's just say that the opponent came up here, right, and decided to hit it here. It's like, okay, now they're on offense on our left corner, and we're at, like, side. We're going to get cooked, and I think later in the game you do get cooked because of it. So don't just default to the side boost here. And then certainly when you see your teammate with 0 boost, if you are going to go for side boost here, we need to be turning back around towards our goal to cover this defensive option and this shot that can come out here. Turning upfield, we're covering this, right? Which is not terribly likely, right? It kind of happens here, but this is a little goofy, right? And then if we are going to go for this 50, which where you're at now, it's fine that you go for this 50, but we gotta hit the ball. And then like because of all of those things, now you feel like you're scrambling back on defense here. Your teammate doesn't have any boost. They're going for corner when they really shouldn't be. And you have this goofy kind of who's going to go, who doesn't go. And I feel like this, yet again, is kind of find the threat, right? You're a fairly mechanical player, right? Recognize that this dude is on the back wall, and he's facing this way nonetheless. He's facing away, and then your other opponent's there. They are giving you all of this room to work with, all right? So, could have just been a mistouch from you here, but I feel like if you were trying, like, maybe you were going for a hit on the backboard out to your teammate there, maybe a cheeky corner shot, but feel free to just lightly touch this, like just drive underneath it and stop and let it just hit your hood, and there's no one coming for you for another 5 seconds. You have a full 5 seconds in this position without touching this ball, right? And this is kind of the beginning of we need to look at what the defenders are doing when we're on offense, and that's how we're going to score more goals. Good bump there. Teammate does a good save. And then this touch, this one sets you up for getting scored on. I like this touch. This touch is fine. It sets you up. Maybe you'd want to hit it slightly over here so then it goes towards their goal, but instead of like kind of up and to the right, but that's fine. If you're going to do this, if you're going to go for the pop-up play, you have to jump for it. If you're not jumping for it, you're giving this guy a free shot, right? You're getting him set up, right? So when you go for the pop and you don't immediately jump for this, you're just giving him time. So you're waiting. This guy in the corner, the maniac that he is, jumps for it first. And funny enough, knocks it away from you, so then his teammate can get it, and then his teammate cooks your teammate in the 1v1. So that that kind of series of events. Now, if we go back here to this, right? One option I want you to look at is getting into your corner. Defensively here, when you're on the goal line, the safest spot to put it is our back left corner because the opponent's here, opponent's here. The safest area to go is back left. If you want to go for something more offensive, we want to go to their left side, right? So we want the ball over on this side of the field. So you can go up here and kind of turn around and hit the ball with the side of your car, so then it goes into the corner. That's a little difficult to do, but just giving you something to think about. And really, kind of, when you get into higher ranks, defense becomes a lot more not if you can save the ball, but it's how good can you save the ball, right? When you get up to diamond and champ levels, pretty much everyone can save the ball from a whole bunch of different shots. But if you save it and then you give it right back to the opponent, they're just going to shoot it again because people in this rank can also just take repeated shots and put shots on net pretty consistently. So you need to really be looking out for the safe options. I like the idea here. And this is one of the, like, I feel like you should go for this. You have your teammate wide. This is a fairly good chance of success of this happening. You being at low boost is a little unfortunate, and you miss it. I don't feel too bad about that one. Maybe try practicing the wall play a little bit. Yeah, I'm not crazed about this. So you get the boost, sweet. When you get the boost here, you gotta stop boosting, right? Because you just wasted another 14 boost, and your teammate isn't really going anywhere fast, and actually puts you too far forward to really contest that. And then you full power slide backwards, which kills all of your momentum. Not great. And then we go into another unfortunate sequence. You don't put it back in your corner. Unfortunate touch, and then that's a fairly low effort jump up for the ball, and then your teammate, again, he saved the ball, but he didn't save it well, and then he gets scored on. So let's break that down a little bit more. Okay, cool. He's going here. He's moving right to left. Opponent's in their goal. The safest place to put it would be our back right corner, but how we're set up right now, we can't really do that. I mean, you can, but that's a difficult place to put it. But as you're here, the ball's coming back over here. It's staying out of his reach. He can't really catch up to this and get around it and score it. So if you actually just don't touch the ball at all here, it's going to go into your corner, and you can follow it up the wall with your 100 boost, right? So just imagine you don't hit it, and it's going and rolling up the corner. Then you probably get a 50 with him in the corner at worst, right? But you touch it here, pass it to him, and then you're too far in front of this. So you want to be, back here, so then you can 50 it and then maybe do a follow-up. But unfortunately, pop it up. And I'm fine with you turning over here and going for this, but we need to do a better effort of getting up there. We need ball cam on so we can actually see the thing. jumping up and boosting up, doing a fast aerial up to it. This little double jump isn't going to cut it. And here's the other thing. If you don't want to go for this, which not going for it is fine, you have your teammate is back. You don't actually have to go for this ball. You have some decent boost. You can just come back here, grab penny, 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 then you're back in goal. You're back post with 100 boost, which is where you want to be, right? So like just imagine for a second you don't go for this ball and you go get the penny, right? Or well, not that penny, I meant this penny, right? You came back and you're probably about here. You might be mid power slide, right? And then teammate makes the save and then you're there to make that save. Right? Just imagine. All right. Oh, we're awkward below it, and we're going back to goal, and we're back post right now, and we save it. Oh, this is also a little thing that I wanted to mention. When your teammate has it here, there's nothing threatening going on, right? Both opponents are here. Your teammate's here with full boost. You don't need to be back in goal right now. So when you decide to come and front flip here, you are getting yourself out of any sort of play you can make, right? So you flip here and you're inactionable. And then when your teammate sees you on the side and he crosses it to you, and you could probably actually score off that, you're inactionable and for what? To get back to goal that you don't really need to be in, a few seconds sooner. So you like to flip around a lot, and I think flipping is generally fine, but there's a lot of moments where you need to be ready to do stuff, and you can't flip for that. All right, I want to talk about this play here. This is a lot. I feel like this is a shot that you could make, right? But we still have 3 minutes on the clock. We're not desperate at all, right? 3 minutes is plenty of time to score 2 goals. So as your teammate is now flying in there with 0 boost, you're a last man. So you need to kind of recognize that the 2 opponents are going to have a better beat on this ball than you, and your opponent and your teammate is compromised, right? So we can't. This is very dangerous for us, right? So the first guy hits it up, not really a great hit, but it leaves it floating. You need to now be looking at the other opponent and see what they're doing, right? Since they're going in this kind of like right to left, and they're going to hit the ball and the ball is going to come down here, instead of jumping up for this right now, if we just went over to the side, not this far forward, but like, back here a little bit, and just wait for that pass to come in, like, you just let the opponents pass to you, right? Okay, first guy taps it up. Oh no, this guy starts sweating, goes like, oh, I need to hit this, and he has to hit it over to the right. And then, I mean, he actually got a really good, like, second touch there and, like, kind of maintained control, but the principle still stands that you want to be there, but now, unfortunately, you're too far forward. You weren't really going to have a good go on that, right? You jump for this and then decide, yeah, that's not a good idea. Let me bail on that. Good job attacking on the side. I love this. This is good. Coming out to the side, so then you have the attack in on the ball as he's going, right? Now, one thing with this. I was talking about the quality of saves, right? This isn't great because it's not super slow here, and we still have this opponent here that can come in and attack this, right? So if we rewind a little bit, if we actually slow down slightly, we can get behind the ball a bit more and put it into our corner. So you jump up, that's good. But what we really want to do is we want to hit the ball on this side to get it into our right corner. And so you hitting it on the face here, you see how your little light hit here sets up, follow up from this guy and then also follow up from this guy. You're getting the aerial. You now need to just think of, I need to put this into the corner. And you're going to be a brick wall on defense. And then your recovery here isn't great. You land and don't kind of immediately start going for the side boost, but it's fine. It's a very goofy kind of landing. Ooh. And then you fall for the bait yet again. We're still at only, 2 minutes 20. You still have plenty of time on the clock. We can't be getting too greedy for these. So your teammate puts it up on the backboard, right? Not super strong, and you have this opponent sitting underneath it here, and you are, like, omega far from this play right now, right? You need to recognize there's no shot here for you. Like, this opponent's going to get it. In Diamond, they're just going to be grabbing this, and he almost gets you, too. He almost put it out to the right side here and would have scored on you. And for what? We do the 50 here. Let's say that we even just get a nice 50 and it pops up, right? Now it's in their corner. Let's say it, goes over to the left side here, okay, there's no real shot for you. Let's say it's the best possible 50, right? And it goes straight up. You're now underneath the ball. They have another opponent back, and your teammate is literally in the goal, right? So there's nothing really here, even if you got a fairly favorable 50 on this, right? So you just kind of need to, again, recognize where your opponents are. Recognize, yeah, I can't really do this, and you turn back and you get into the shadow. Get into shadow defense quicker, right? And so now he's down the field, he has full boost, right? Of course you don't know that, and you're flipping back here to try to maybe grab corner boost, and he puts it over you. If his teammate ran downfield with him to do this play, that you just got scored on. Good pass out to your teammate. We're a little... This is, again, kind of a, This is a little dangerous, but your challenges and 50s are good. So I'm fine with that. You were a little bit patient. You saw these guys, right? You see these guys, and you go, yeah, I'm going to put it right up there in the corner. Right? So I just need you to be looking at your opponents on every single play, offense and defense. Good shot, though. All right. So we yet again have this kind of... I always love when my opponents get up on the backboard here. They take this big kind of route with the ball. Because you know where they're going with this, right? We had the other play before where he was coming up. He did it. Now we have this play that they're doing this. We know where this guy's going to end up. He's going to end up back here, right? So us being pushed forward with 32 boost nonetheless, we're not really going to be doing much, right? And this guy kind of just floats on over us. And then, funny enough, our teammate's actually in the spot where you need to be. He doesn't get a very good touch, and you were falling with 0 boost. You have no momentum now, and then, funny enough, you get into your teammate's way, and they just kind of go over you, right? That's okay. But just recognize just kind of recognize how these plays are forming. It's like, okay, backboard. The guy's going up with the backboard. It's going left to right. You know this. But these guys, I mean, this is Diamond now. These guys aren't just going to let it drop in front of their net. He's going to follow it. And that would have been, you set up there. I know you haven't seen that too much, again, just previously being Plat and being Diamond, but that's one of the new tricks that people know how to do that you need to learn, is people go up on the backboard and people will carry it across right to left. Ooh. Yeah, this is, and then this guy, he unfortunately, this is actually a really good touch by him. It puts it over your head, but this is kind of one of those, we need to sit here and read the opponents, right? Your teammate unfortunately hits the ball a little bit too hard, and now your opponents are gonna get it. So you're kind of just waiting for what this guy is gonna do. Is he gonna come straight here, or is he gonna hit it over here? Or is he going to be really funny and just let it go over into their corner? Either one, you're kind of just waiting on him. So an unfortunate touch, and they score. That's rough, though. And then yet again, it's kind of the end of the game here, but we flip in here. It's going back to our corner. We see our teammate. I would really like for you, okay, it's coming on our side of the field. Our teammate does not have full boost, so we know that the backer right boost over here is still there, and we're probably going to be on defense. So instead of going for the side boost, imagine we went for the back corner boost, right? We're probably like here, right? Which isn't great, but it's better than having Bennett side boost. Now, the best thing that you could have done is going and grabbing the pennies on this like back right side here, this back right route, and then being in goal with like 48 boost. So you come, grab this one, that one, and then you're in goal with 36 boost, but being in goal with 36 boost to save the ball is much better than getting scored on when you have 100 boost, right? And then we're not boosting back. Like, our teammate is not doing well. We gotta burn a little boost to get back here. But yeah, the game was kind of over. But, still things to keep in mind. So yeah, it's just looking at your opponents is going to be big for you, and then not overcommitting to offensive plays where there's nothing there, and like reading the defense and seeing where they're going to put the ball. But doing pretty well. Let me know when you get to Diamond 2.